Good morning, loves. So, I wanted to think about something that just popped into my head as I woke up. And that's that so long, think about this. We keep recording history looking back on it. That's literally like me right now. I'm walking. And if I'm writing something, we keep thinking like we're walking ahead. But most people are just walking backwards and looking around like, oh, okay, I'm going to observe all this in front of me while I'm walking backwards. Because think about it. If this is the future back here, and this is the past, and I'm looking at the past in front of me, you know what I mean? And I'm recording everything that I see as the past, but it's currently I'm making it my reality as my present. Then guess what? Then you're focused on living in the past. If you see, okay, I know that me, this 3D body, has a full spectrum of rotation. Okay? I can do that. Which means that is how reality works. We're so focused on turning our backs on our future and looking back at the past and only looking that way, and versus just looking and recording and then turning around and looking to the side and seeing that there's more onto the peripheral and then turning all the way back around going forward. Then we see that there was always something ahead of us. You know what I mean? You know how people run into something like, oh, they're walking, and then I run into this tree. Oh, this tree is my future right here. This little stump represents a future. Okay? When I walk into it, oh my, it just happened to me. It just fell into my lap. It did. That's the universe saying, hey, pay attention. But it doesn't mean that the package is wrapped in. It's still meant for you. You can spend your whole life doing something that you accidentally fell into, and that may or may not be the right thing for you. But if you know that you are on the path that is meant for you because you could see the past and you see that everyone's living in the past. And just like TV, imagine the TV screen is the perfect example. You sitting there in the chair, the observer observing nature, watching people on TV act a damn fool, which is what we're doing. That's observation of the 3D and a linear one-dimensional type of thinking. We're stuck there. It doesn't make sense to stay stuck there. But then we get up and turn off the TV, and then we walk into a multi-dimensional reality, which is our basically our life. You can walk from one room to the next. The living room represents a whole entity. The kitchen represents a whole entity. Do you understand that each room represents a universe and a reality? Like do you cook in your living room? You might. Do you sleep in your bathroom? You might. But the point is we've dedicated these spaces to have intent. That's what your body is meant. Your body is meant to have some type of intent, some type of understanding of what's my purpose. So if the kitchen is meant for cooking and creating and cleaning and washing the dishes, okay, then what is my understanding of my life? What okay, I can write really good. Okay, so what do I want to do? All right, write. What makes you feel good? Do you like to write stories? Do you like to write poems? Excuse me. What do you want to write about? The whole point is the body is the vessel. It's our whole toolbox. You get to choose how to use it, and you get to focus on what reality you're going to walk into. Do you want to keep walking backwards, watching somebody else's reality, and keep recording what they're telling you to record? Or do you want to just turn around and focus on, wow, there's a whole new world in front of me that I haven't even really paid attention that I was walking on? Then you can see your journey. This is part of the whole point of saying yeah, the mind knows what to do based on what the soul knows where to go. But the soul only knows where to go. That's like saying, I know I'm going to Texas. Okay, fine, I'm going to Texas. I don't know where in Texas or what I'm going to see in Texas or what I'm going to do in Texas. But spirit does. That's the pre-thought that comes from the universe that says, hey, there's a whole life waiting for you in Texas. The soul's like, hey, we got to go to Texas. Why Texas? The ego goes, well, ain't nothing in Texas. I ain't never been to Texas. I don't even like Texas. But we gotta go to Texas. That's the soul nudging you. Hey, come on, come on, come on. So that's why there's always this ego battle of the soul and the mind, thinking one has to try to control the other. That gets us nowhere. That means nothing. So start stepping into the self and paying attention to what really serves you. What is the point of getting up and journeying this earth to live in this stark contrast of yin and yang? Do you understand that yin and yang exists because at one point in reality, we noticed that, okay, one person out of our couple, of the biological parts of the man and the woman, one of us has to stay home and nurture and take care of the kid. Oh wait, the baby came out of you. Okay, so you take care of the baby in the home. I see you need food. I'm gonna go out and get food. That was the very first instinct of our ancestors, which was natural, and it should have been. You stay safe and protect our generation. I'm gonna go out here and find us food. But then it became this thing where masculine energy, the male, all this is I go out and only work and build, and you stay home and only take care of the home. That created this disimbalance of feminine creative energy and masculine penetrative energy. So then the byproduct was having overly coddled women and girls and bitch and all that created the Stepford wife syndrome, whatever my husband says. And then there was men who got caught up in that stupid homosocialization of the alpha male. So then they got into, yeah, I'm the man. So now you have these two stark contrasts of the yin and the yang, of black and white, not connecting. But guess what happens? You see a little white spot and a little black spot in one because they already exist in each other. They're always constantly oscillating. That's been the history of birth, just like any type of genome or during the state of when the mitosis and meiosis, when the cells are breaking down and doing cellular division. We stopped at part of our cellular division and just said, that's it. What we know up until that point is the peace. But if you allow it, do you see that the yin and yang tries to spiral? And if you spiral something fast enough, eventually it becomes what? A big circle, a blob. And then what does black and white make? Black and white makes gray. And guess what gray makes? Gray. Gray is gray matter. Gray matter, what happens in gray matter? Creation, synapses. This is the stuff that we've already discovered. We've already went into our own brains and dissected the human brain so much and realized this gray matter is where everything happens. That's the yin and yang of life. We have to allow our masculine energy and our feminine energy to blend completely inside of ourselves so that the gray matter can create something new that this world has never seen. I love you guys. Do not let any of history or the things that we've been told for destruction of this is how it's going to go. When we do statistics and projecting and all this, all we're looking at is the past. We're projecting our own failures. We're projecting our own habitual misunderstandings of emotions. Let me tell you this much. It doesn't matter how intelligent you get, how much money you get. At the end of the day, human beings have stopped at sexuality because you can take the dumbest person who has a beautiful body and stick them next to the most powerful person. As long as they're sufficing their physical needs, they forget everything in the world. All those chemicals that they thought they could control, take that body over. The mind controls nothing. The mind is only a car, a vessel that gets you to the next point from A to B, from the next thought. It's just a freaking vehicle. So realize that until we start embracing our own selves, our own bodies, our own inner selves, our own sexualities, our own thoughts about self and sexuality, everything that has been deemed bad by the churches, and then the churches are molesting our children and raping women and all this other stuff. Can you understand what I'm trying to say? Do not put so much faith in a religion. Put faith in your spirit, which is your spirituality, which is connected to nature and God. Do you hear this? This is God around me. I'm not controlling these birds. Do you ever stop to think that someone made that? Something made that? It wasn't born from us. So start taking an oath to self and saying, I am at the center point of my soul. I'm aligned to and open to all love intended for me inside and outside of my physical being. When you mean what you say about your self-love, you will find self-love. Okay? Besos, I love you. Have a great day. Mwah.